Hey, what is going on YouTube? Nate here with Hustle Buddies, where we share tools, tips, and advice for Amazon sellers. Now in today's video, we're going to be going over the most basic elements of this whole thing, and that's setting up your account and the differences between setting up a professional selling account and an individual selling account. All right, let's hop into this. So the first thing you're going to need to do if you want to create a account, you need to go to sellercentral.amazon.com. Okay, that'll bring you to the main seller side of the Amazon website. If you click sign up here, you will go into the $40 a month professional selling plan. This is what I recommend doing. However, some people want to just dabble a little bit, just dip their toes in. If you want an individual account, which is free, you're going to need to click on learn more and then scroll all the way down till you see this. Just have a few items, become an individual seller. Okay, that'll open this up. Now, a couple things to note. If at any time you pressed this button and then you try to go back, it will not let you then sign up for the individual seller account. You will have to fully complete the process for the professional account, and then you'll have to contact support to ask them to downgrade your account. It's relatively simple to do. It's not the end of the world. Just complete the process here and then open a support ticket once you're done to downgrade your account. Okay, so that's what you do. You would click sign up. You enter in your email, all that stuff. I would recommend having a separate bank account for this. Even if you don't plan on taking it seriously, just make another bank account with your bank. It's usually completely free. It'll take you 5 minutes to do. They're going to ask you for all of your information. That's not out of the ordinary. Like, they're going to ask you for your social. They're going to ask you for your bank info. That's all, like, that all has to do with taxes. Every business that you work with needs that information. Every time you sign up for a job, they ask you for that information. They're going to ask you for your driver's license or your passport or things like that. It's Amazon. If you don't trust Amazon, I don't really know what to tell you. All right, so you can give them all that information. It's just like any other job. Go through the process there. It's not rocket science. It's pretty hard to select the wrong options. I know some people are always like, oh, they asked what I'm going to sell and what do I click? Just go through it. It's not a big deal. Again, it is very hard to actually get it wrong. They just want rough ideas. If you think you're going to be selling clothing, say that you're going to be a clothing seller. You're allowed to sell other things. It's not a big deal, okay? So go through that process, get your account set up. Now, I want to show you guys the differences between the two types of accounts, between a professional selling account and an individual account. Now, I have here, this is the official answer from Amazon. As a longtime seller myself who has taught many people how to do this, there are some inconsistencies in here and some things that Amazon says to be facts that are not actually facts. Okay, so let's break this down real fast. So the selling plan comparison. The professional account costs $40 a month. All right, the individual account is free. The individual accounts get charged 99 cents per item that you sell. So right off the bat, if you are going to sell more than 40 items in a month, it is cheaper and more economical for you to get a professional selling account, okay? There's so many limitations with this individual account. I don't recommend it for people who are wanting to take this seriously, but I do understand that sometimes people out there are starting with nothing. I personally started with an individual account. Now, I upgraded like a week later because I sold 30 items or something, and I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be cheaper. But anyways, you can start with this individual account. Technically, both are allowed to create new product pages. I've heard a fair amount of stuff from new sellers that this is quite difficult to do, and they're not always able to get this to go through. Also, new sellers, you should not be creating new products. That's a ridiculous idea. Okay, just sell what already exists on Amazon. Don't get bogged down with all of that. Okay, all of this like managing stuff. There are so many limitations here. These are really broad, like managing inventory feeds and spreadsheets and reports. This is very, very broad. Basically, all of like the advanced settings of your account you do not have access to. You cannot add other user permissions. You cannot integrate tools. Like if you're trying to use tools like Inventory Lab or a Repricer or things like that that integrate with your account can't do any of that because you don't have access to the advanced settings in your account. Okay, so that's basically what all of this stuff in the middle is. This makes it sound funny because it sounds like this is a feature. The Amazon set shipping rates for all products. The individual account has that. Woohoo! No, that's not a good thing. Amazon will charge your customers a flat fee if you are doing merchant fulfilled items. That's where you ship the item to the customer. Amazon charges the customer a flat fee. They charge them about $5. It does not matter what it costs you to ship it to the customer. You will only get paid $5 to ship it. It will probably cost you $8 to $10 to ship it to the customer, so you lose a lot of money here, okay? So Amazon set shipping rates is a huge thing for this that the individual seller is locked into. Seller set shipping rates. This is what you want. You want to be able to tell Amazon, you want to be able to tell them either like it's going to be free shipping or I'm going to charge them $8 plus $2 per pound or whatever your shipping settings are. You want to create that, okay? And that's only available to professional accounts. The promotions and gifts and things like that, only professional accounts can do this. Most people don't really dabble in this if you run like coupons or sales, but you're not allowed to if you have the individual account. Eligibility for listing placement in featured offer. Now, this is a phrase that I have not heard used in a long time. This is what sellers call the buy box. And it's basically, I mean, I can click on this. It's basically the offer where the customer can buy it now. Like when you're on an Amazon page, if you go to Amazon right now, Amazon.com, and you go to, I don't know, buy something, this deal of the day, okay? The person who has the buy box is the person who gets the sale when I click buy it now. Right here, boom, we're on this page, buy it now. That's the person who has the buy box. Most people don't even know that they're buying these things from third-party sellers, but you can see right here, it's shipped from Amazon, but it's actually sold by Decon Novo. Okay, Decon Novo, at this point in time, at the time of me recording this video, they have the buy box for this product. Now, it looks like they're probably the only seller, but regardless, they have the buy box. Okay, so that is the featured offer. This officially says that professional accounts can get it and individual accounts cannot get it. This is one of those things that is not true. Both professional accounts and individual accounts can get it. In our experience, individual accounts get it substantially less. Like let's say you and I are both sellers and I have a pro account and you have an individual account and we both are trying to sell Expo markers and we're both the same price and all of that stuff. I will get the lion's share of the buy box, but you will get some of it. So this is actually incorrect, even though these are the official statements from Amazon. It's incorrect. And sales tax stuff, you can't do that because again, that's all in your like advanced settings in Amazon. User permissions, yep, you can't add other people or grant access to third-party softwares. All right, so that about sums up all of the differences between the professional and individual accounts. Again, I recommend getting a professional account from the start. I recommend getting a bank account from the start. That's free. You can register yourself as a business, but you don't have to. You can always change that later. Most people start selling just as themselves. They use their own social security and all that stuff. If you want to start an LLC or an S Corp or whatever else you want, that is totally fine. You are able to do that. You would put in your EIN number and your tax info for your business instead of your social. But yeah, all of that is roughly the same. Most of it doesn't really matter, and you can, for the most part, change things later. One of the only things you cannot change later is the email that you use to create it. So I would recommend, if possible, make a new email that you're just going to use for this. It'll save you some headache down the road because the original email is impossible to change. Okay, so that is roughly where to go to create an Amazon account. Again, it's fairly straightforward. It's hard to get wrong. Just go through the steps. Give Amazon what they want. When they ask you for your driver's license, give them your driver's license. When they say print something out and don't scan it in, print something out and don't scan it in. Just follow their instructions and you should be able to get through. All right, we will see you in the next video, guys. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section below, or check out our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/hustlebuddies, where we share all sorts of other things. We've got all these units and things like that that help guide people through all of this account creation and the different steps and things like that. Stuff that I can't go through in a short YouTube video. All right. We will see you over there, guys. Hustle on.